What's up, YouTube? Gokuflex here, and just waiting at the gym right now. Just got to the gym, waiting for Chris to show up, and today I think we're gonna smash some heavy arms. I feel like it's time to build those 18s today. I haven't measured in a while, so they could even be 18s, especially that I'm heavier now. I'm not 170 anymore. I'm about 172 to 173 pounds, fluctuating. So it really depends, but I have a feeling it's probably 17 3/4. I'm gonna hope for at least a 1/4 inch gain, but we shall really see. Might have to wait till next year for the 18s. Hopefully not. The struggle is real. The natty struggle is real. The gains come so slow, but it's okay, guys, because all our lifts are going up. Asking about building big triceps. This is going to be your go-to movement, the close grip bench press. It's the heaviest. Whenever you think about building a muscle, think about the heaviest movement or the exercise that you can go the heaviest on, targeting that muscle, and that's usually going to be your best exercise. So for your triceps, this is going to be the heaviest you can go on the tricep exercise. So a couple changes since the last time we did this. I'm using a suicide grip, mainly because I don't like doing the regular grip on this close grip bench press. It feels weird in my hands, and I notice I tend to push one more with my left than my right. Also, my elbows tend to do something weird, so I notice it feels a lot more natural with the suicide grip. Although I do recommend using a normal standard grip if you can. So starting this workout with that there close grip bench press. I haven't done this exercise many times this year. I've only done it a handful. That's why we're not going anything crazy heavy today. But we're doing just 5 sets of 3 reps at 275 pounds. I really want to see how my body handled that heavier weight. And this is a decently heavy weight for me, especially doing close grip. So I asked Chris to get as many different angles as he could just to see my form. And this is something everyone should do, just so you can see your form. Like, I have my clients record their deadlifts and stuff, and lots of times they don't realize how rounded their back is until they see their video, and it really helps. So all of you guys, record. I don't care if you're a YouTuber or not. It's always good to see what you're doing. So anyways, yeah, my form looked good. My elbows did flare out a little more than I'd like on a few of the sets, but other than that, everything was nice and tight. You can see my nice arch I got going on. Okay. Arch is good when it comes to bench. For all you newbies out there, you want to stay nice and retracted into the bench. You don't need a crazy huge arch, and you don't need a tiny arch. Just whatever's comfortable for you. Pinch your shoulder blades deep into that bench, squeeze your glutes into that bench, and push your feet through the floor. And those are your 3 points that you want to stay nice and tight in. So yeah, we hit 5 sets of 3, no problem. This is going to be one of my key moves to building those 18-inch guns, the close grip bench press. It's going to be the #1 mass builder, even more than skull crushers in my opinion, which I can't do because of my tricep tendonitis. So last set coming up here. Also, what I've been implementing is I've been wearing a belt whenever I'm doing anything that could possibly put pressure on my lower back, because my back is really sensitive since my injury. So if I do anything that puts even the most minute amount of pressure on it, sometimes it'll tighten up and it'll ruin the next day's workout. So as a safety precaution, what I'm doing is I'm belting up for anything that could possibly fuck it up for tomorrow. So that is why I'm wearing a belt for this exercise. Next, we got some weighted pull-ups. We got a 40-pound weight in between my footsies, and we're doing it for sets of 8. For weighted pull-ups, I like to keep the volume nice and high. So we did 5 sets of 8 with the 40-pound dumbbell, and for the last set, we just did bodyweight pull-ups. We're only showing 1 set of all of these. These are all accessory work. Next, you got them bicep curls on the cambered bar with the cable. Getting a nice pump. Here we superset it with some side lateral raises. So I believe we did 10 reps for this. And then for the lateral raises, we did sets of 12 with the 40-pound dumbbell. So really, lately I've just been feeling good. I've just been lifting by feel. So if I felt like supersetting something, that's what I did. And the only real heavy things would be my first 1 or 2 exercises. In this case, it was just the close grip bench press. I believe this was later in the week, so my body was already pretty fatigued. So that's why I decided, let's call this an arm day, and just really focus on building those triceps and that close grip bench press. As you guys know, triceps is majority of your arm. You guys want big arms, you guys got to build some big triceps. Biceps doesn't account for much. It does. I'm not saying don't do your biceps, but it doesn't account as much as you would think. Okay, so next superset, haven't done flies in a really long time, and honestly not a huge fan of flies, but since we went so heavy on our bench yesterday, we just hit some heavy close grip bench. We don't need to do another pressing movement, so we're going to be supersetting some rear delts. How I like to do my rear delts is standing with my chest against the pad. I notice I get a better contraction and range of motion. And what we're going to do next is flip it around to do some flies. So we're just going to hit it for kind of like sets of 12. We'll go sets of 15. Up the reps a little bit. So right here, standing, sit your legs back, put your chest against the pad. Start here, pull from your elbows back, squeeze into your delts. So next we got this nice little superset. Really simple, hitting some rear delts. This is probably my favorite exercise when my back is tight for my rear delts. As explained earlier, I like to do it standing. Although in my video, Delt Statics that I did for Brandon, those 2 exercises in that video, the incline rear delt fly and also the bent over fly, rear delt fly, are my 2 favorites. This would be like the 3rd. But if my back's tight, this is going to be my go-to movement because it doesn't put any pressure on your back and it gives you a nice feel. This is also a good exercise for lots of you beginners. Like when you're trying to build that mind muscle connection between, and really feel that rear delt contract, this is probably going to be your best exercise to do that, just because you can really get a nice feel and squeeze for that. Make sure you're not using too much triceps. I don't lock out my arms when I do this exercise. You can't see it because of this angle, but my arms are slightly bent and I'm pulling directly from my elbows back. So pretend someone, attached string to your elbows and they're pulling them back right behind you, and really focus on squeezing those rear delts. If you're lifting with a partner, make use of the palpation technique. Basically, have your partner put his hands on your rear delts, no homo, and just touch your rear delts. And where he's touching is where you're squeezing. And that's going to really help you build that mind-muscle connection. This is something me and my lifting partner did a lot, especially in the beginning. We never really did it too much for the rear delts, but lats, oh my god, lats is such a weird muscle. Unless you are like a paddler or you surf a lot, most of the time you don't have lats and you have to build them. And they're just such a weird muscle to squeeze and contract. So lats are a really good one. We used to do the lat pull down and we'd use palpation and just feel each other's lats as we're doing it and try to build that mind muscle connection, which is extremely important, especially for you guys trying to do pull-ups. A lot of you guys are like, you say pull-ups is a key to a wide back, but I can't feel my lats. Then build that mind muscle connection first. Stick with the lat pull downs and really get a feel for that. Anyways, online coaching, email me, Gokuflex@yahoo.com. I still have a few slots available. Thanks for watching. Much love. Aloha.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000!